To our first ever YouTube video. My name is Kantan and I have my brother, my younger brother Priyan Mudli, who is a massive football fan, and we're ready to talk about the new football season. We decided to start this YouTube video or YouTube because we absolutely love football, and why not? Just gives us an hour to kill, gives us talking time, and we hope you enjoy. And if you enjoy, like, share, and subscribe, and then we can move on and add more content as we go along. So the topic of today's video is Fantasy Premier League, and as you know, Fantasy Premier League is coming up all along the way this weekend. The Fantasy League starts on Friday with the first deadline because the Friday match is Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Ooh. So I thought what we'd do today is we'd give you a breakdown of FPL and we give you a breakdown of the new rules for FPL and how they may affect you playing the game moving forward, and also the first drafts of our team. So without further ado, let me move on to the next slide. And here we have the important information for this season. So I've broken it up into three parts. One's for wildcards. The second is the World Cup game week. And then we also have other chips. So Pri, what do you understand about wildcards?
Wildcards, that changes the whole game for you. So in this season, we're going to get 3 wildcards basically. So we've got 3 opportunities to change your side. So this is great. This is great for the part-timers and great for the people that play all the time. So the professionals, I'll say.
Do you have a particular World Cup strategy, or do you like them early? Do you like them late? What's your preference?
Every season is different, and every team will be different. So if you get 3 injuries or 4 injuries, then a wildcard early is better because you'll have to change up your side. But if you're comfortable and your team is going well, then you can save it. I like to save it as long as possible to get as much information as I can. So like, see, Nunes yesterday was killing it. So, and Haaland was very quiet. So that already gives you more information and put doubt in your head.
Yeah, and that's the thing I love about this game is the doubt that you have in your
head. The doubt.
It's amazing how many times you can do a draft.
Yeah, exactly. So like over the years, I've been like taking in less information and watching more football. But I always watch football, but then you try to use your blinders on and make your side that way.
Ooh, so you believe in the eye test rather than your XGs and your stats?
Yeah, but if the best part is when the eye test matches the stats. That's ideal.
Nice.
Yeah, that's ideal. So if a player gets in positions, goal scoring positions or attacking positions for assists and stuff, then you can see it that way and then see if the stats matches that. And that's the way I like to do most of my transfers.
Okay, so let's get to what you were alluding to. So let's go over the rules and then we'll discuss it. So the first wildcard is available from the start of the season until the 12th of November. Now keep that date in mind because the 12th of November is the last Premier League game week before the World Cup. So the World Cup players get released after the 12th of November. And then from then, there's an additional rule at the bottom, which I'll go through now. The second wildcard will be available after December 26th, which is Boxing Day, and remain available until the end of the season. So that wildcard you can use whenever you want after Boxing Day. So some people like to use it early. Some people like to use it when the Champions League comes back in Feb. But that's an important wildcard. So that's an important one to keep in your pocket for when you actually need. The first one, because it expires in November, you've essentially got 16 weeks to use it or lose it, basically. So that's an important one to use when you're strategizing. Next up is the World Cup game week. Now, this is new to FPL this year because for some reason the World Cup is in November, December in 2022,
It's too hot here.
and it's too hot in Qatar. Don't get me wrong, I'm so looking forward to this World Cup, and you'll see loads more and more videos from us during the World Cup. That's my favorite tournament. I believe that the World Cup is the pinnacle. It is the be all and end all in football. So we'll have a lot more videos, a lot more content, a lot more interviews as we go along. The World Cup game week, in terms of FPL, is there will be unlimited free transfers from the November the 12th for that game week. So basically from the time people leave for the World Cup to the time people come back. So that is game week 16 going into 17. So it's very important. Now, just remember, you can make unlimited transfers. That is an additional wildcard. So now you have to use 2 wildcards inside 16 game weeks. So one you'll have to use in week 17, and then the other one you need to figure out where you want to use it. The other chips that we have is the bench boost, the famous bench boost, the triple captain, and the free hit. Pri, what is the bench boost, and when do you like to use it?
Bench boost is when you can use the players on your bench, and that adds to your points. I like to use it when there's double game weeks, or when there's game weeks when there's less teams playing. So either way, you can use it in that place. I like to use it. Usually, I like to use it when there's a double game week. Then you'll have 4 players extra times 2. So basically, they'll have 2 fixtures each. So that maximizes the points. So I like to use it then. I don't really like the bench boost, but it's there. So
So use it. Why not?
So generally you'll have to your bench is not great for most teams. So then you have to break up your side to make a strong bench. So I don't like doing that. But if you can find good players, cheap players, it's excellent if all the people are playing. So that's great.
Yeah, me personally, because we have 3 wildcards this year, I like to plan the bench boost around the wildcards, so then I know I'm improving my squad, because I'm going to change it later when the wildcard comes in.
Yeah.
Then the next chip is the triple captain, and the one after that is the free hit. So what do you think about the triple captain? When and who do you like to use on the triple captain and the free hit?
Triple captain, out of fear and out of the guy being absolute a great finisher, a great points getter, is Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, FPL god is Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, but all depends on fixtures at the time. And usually, again, another double game week when you can use this one. That's ideal. A double game week to use this one with players that you know that's going to play, and fixtures has to be solid also.
So wait for Leeds and Bournemouth.
Leeds and Leeds and
Or maybe a Leeds and Everton.
Leeds. Who's Leeds manager?
Jesse Marsh?
No, I mean, sorry, Bournemouth.
Scott Parker.
Scotty P. Okay, he likes to play some football.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. He loves boring football.
He loves boring football.
He's a boring football guy.
Scotty P was a central midfielder, man.
Yeah, he was. And then he became Fulham's manager, and then he got sent to Bournemouth, and then look at him now.
Yeah, Fulham came back up.
The best thing that ever happened to them.
But to be fair, he came up too, so
yeah.
Well done. Oh, did he come up or just got the job after? He came up.
No, he came up after.
Nice.
After.
And Marcus Silva is at Fulham.
Yeah, that's a good manager. They love to play ball, keep it on the ground, pass and move.
That's the team that will get some hiding.
Ooh. Yeah, probably, unless they strengthen, because they are losing players rather than gaining.
They rather lose players.
Cavalio's gone to Liverpool.
fabulous.
I think they're waiting for Leno, but I'm not sure if they signed him yet
Leno?
from Arsenal.
Oh,
Yeah, they wanted him
no.
from Arsenal.
Oh, no. This is bad news for them.
All right, and your
Don't
free hit.
Leno.
When's the best time to use your free hit?
Free hits either a small game week or double game week. A small game week is where you can maximize it, so you can. There's limited fixtures, so you can maximize the free hit with that game week. So usually you'll make some points up there.
Yeah, I think that's the best ones too.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be making 5 or 6 changes to a game week where there's only 5 or 6 matches. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a lot of hits going to be involved in that.
All right, then let's go on.
Ain't nobody like hits, yo.
Buddy. All right, so we have a team here, which is your first
team. Whose team is this?
Who is this guy?